starting with the man in the mirror. Oh, yeah. That was. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make a change. Okay. A fun fact about that song, Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson. When I was in middle school in choir, we sang that. I think when I was in 8th grade, it was one of my favorite songs we sang. And we stomped it into the ground, demolished it, tore it right up. And honestly, I think we insulted Michael Jackson. We did so bad. Here's the thing about choir. Let me get into something. This is actually my villain origin story. So as you guys know, I wanted to be a singer for a very long time. Up until I was like 14 when I realized I don't have the chops. Oh my God, it's like God's trying to tell me, don't say that. One day you'll have it. Anyway, I wanted to be a singer very, very badly. But I hated choir. When I almost said when I farted. When I started middle school, I did not opt to be in choir, but I was put in it anyway. Whatever, I complained about it, but the truth of the matter was, I was like, this is a sign that I should be a singer. That's what I took it as. It wasn't a sign. But anyway, I hated choir. And here's the thing. This is one of the sad things. I don't even think you'd hear on here. I don't think I have a very deep voice, especially not on the pod. Who is trying to get in contact with me? Oh, it's my mother sending me stuff. Well, that's very sweet. Anyway, I don't think I have that deep of a voice. It's not necessarily a high-pitched voice either, but it's not that deep, I don't think, especially not on here. However, apparently in middle school, my voice was quite deep compared to the girls I was in choir with. Because what my choir teacher did was, in band, how there's like first chair and then it goes down. Well, in choir, we had the sopranos on this side and the altos on this side, and who was ever like on the furthest side, or like it started from the middle and it kind of went out. Who was ever in the middle was the highest, and then it kind of went out. I was last chair, meaning I had the deepest voice. And it is just now occurring to me. It's because I was the worst. It's because I was the worst. And this sucked because, for one, I didn't get any good parts. Yeah, girl, because you sucked. Choir sucked. I'm just going to say it. Choir sucked so bad. I hated it. God, I hated it. It was awful. Because the sopranos, they'd be over here like, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Having a great old time singing. And this is how the alto sounded. I'm not even joking. I'm starting with the man. Everything was flat and one pitch. It sucked. Every single song. It was so boring to sing. And I hated it year after year after year. I hated being in choir. And I could have gotten to a new class, but I thought that maybe something was waiting in the divine for me and that I would be a singer. After all this hardship, I would be a singer. Was that the case? No. I'll never get that time back. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It was just everything we did sucked to me. And you know what? I really wanted to have a solo, and I didn't get a solo until honestly, me being in choir was a humiliation ritual. I'm being serious. It was a humiliation ritual, and I didn't get a solo until my last year. It was our last performance. I had one line, and it wasn't even a singing line because and I should have taken this as like a hint that I could not sing. I was never given any singing solos. Only speaking parts. And on that note, this is actually really embarrassing, but it's funny. It's funny to me. When I was in 8th grade, I was in the school play, and as we know, I played a boy. Hey, that's fine. His name was Jeffrey. He was a magician. My wig flew off on stage. Doesn't matter to the story, but I played a boy, and my guy, he had to sing. He had a singing part. And I messed it up so bad. Like, I could not get it. My pitch was so bad. I'm not a good singer. And we know this. You and I, we know this. I'm not a good singer. I didn't know at the time. And I did so poorly that my music teacher ended up changing my solo. Instead of me singing, I just spoke the lines. And I still thought after that I had a chance at being a singer. So I was delusional. But, it is what it is. Anyway. Meow. Oh, yeah. Hey, you guys. Welcome back to The Buzz with Beth. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, wait. Sorry. Welcome back to The Buzz with Beth. I am your host, Bethany Haven. And I know what you're thinking. Beth, you look extra hot today. Oh, is something different? No, nothing's different. Oh, man, I usually have better stuff to say. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What does matter, though, is that I'm just going to get right into it. I've started living my best life as of the last few days. Because I went to go see the Michael Jackson movie, which is why I started this episode singing Michael Jackson. And I just want to get into this. I love Michael Jackson, and I always have. I've been a very big Michael Jackson fan. And years ago, when I caught wind that there was going to be a Michael Jackson biopic, I was like, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there or be square. Well, guess what? I'm round, so I was there. And that didn't even make any sense. Anyway, I went. I have been keeping tabs on... What is that? It's me. I smell really good. Okay. Wow. Anyway. So I've been keeping tabs on this movie. When it started production, guys, I was in. I was not playing around with this. I was really not playing around with this. The moment I caught wind that this was happening, I was on it like Blue Bonnet. And I remember going to the theater, and then I saw the trailer, and I turned to my sister, we're going to be there. And we were. And I was just begging to see it. Every day I was like, we gotta go see Michael. We gotta go see Michael. And we finally got to. We went with my sister and I, we went with our parents, and it was awesome. But here's the thing. Here's something that went down. I had seen some clips. On TikTok of the movie. And as I was in the movie theater watching it, I recognized one of the clips I had seen. And at that moment, I also had to pee really bad. So I was like, okay, I've already seen this clip, so I'm just going to go to the bathroom. What I didn't think was that the part of the movie that was following the clip I had already seen was Billie Jean. And here is a fun fact. I don't play about the song Billie Jean. Oh, no, I don't. I don't play about that song. No. And when I went to the bathroom, and from the stall, I heard... She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind though, what do you mean? I am the... When I heard that from the toilet, I said, and I was racing out of there. And to my misfortune, there were two girls in front of me walking, the slowest anyone I think has ever walked in their entire lives. And was this my most becoming moment? I would say not, but I said, run! Billie Jean's playing, we're missing it. And it did put a little pep in their step, but I did miss the majority of Billie Jean. But I did make it to the part where he moonwalks, and I go, he's gonna moonwalk, and he did, and it was awesome, and I loved it. But because of that experience, we had to go again. And so a few days later, my sister and I, we've been skipping around to different theaters. We went into the city, we watched that one, and then we go back to college, and we're like, okay, let's go watch it again. So we went and watched it at that theater, and then I didn't even use the bathroom once during that time, because I'm not going to miss a thing. And then we went and saw it a third time in our hometown at the theater we don't really go to because it floods. But we went and saw it there. But that experience, and honestly, I kind of rag on the theater in our hometown, in my hometown, because it's just, they made some changes, and it's just like, it kind of, my bra, sorry, this is sad. My bra is killing me in this moment. I'm not one of those people who hates wearing a bra because I think it's painful. I've been lucky that I don't really wear an underwire, so it's fine. But today, I'm just being killed. Anyway, I kind of rag on our hometown theater because they kind of took all the magic out. I remember as a kid, it was very colorful inside. It was yellow on the outside, very cool looking, like a movie theater. And then they went under, they got new ownership, which is fine, but they painted it white. It lost all of its character. It just doesn't look like it did. And they made like all these I don't know. They made these changes, and what they really needed to do if they were going to make any changes, probably upgrade the actual theaters. Because this is what happened when we went to watch Superman the second time. We went there and it flooded horribly, like as if we were on the Titanic. It was like flooded the whole theater. We stayed, obviously, but because of those things, I don't really like to go to our hometown theater, and the magic is gone. But we went again to see Michael, and I won't lie, I actually had a pretty great experience on this one, because usually in like my experience like going, no one really goes to the movie theater anymore, which I think sucks. I think everyone should go, because going to the movie theater. Oh my Jesus Christ, I can't even speak. Going to the movie theater is an experience, and I've said that thousands of times on here. People don't particularly go anymore, so every time my sister and I go, we're usually there pretty much alone. There might be like a handful of other people, like 2 or 3 that are also in the theater, but for the most part, it's just us. However, when we went to see Michael in our hometown, it was pretty much a full theater. I'm not even playing. And someone sat right next to me. And usually I'm not for that, because I'm like, this is a big wide theater. Why'd you sit next to me? But this was such a gift, because this girl, she was so funny. And she was like, one of the songs started playing. She goes, you're going to, by the end of this, you're going to be dancing. And I said, this is my 3rd time singing it. I've been dancing. And she was just so funny through the whole movie. And I love her. And you know what? I would take a bullet for her. I don't know her name. I would die for her. She was awesome. And when at the end, when they were playing the medley of I Want You Back in ABC, she was up dancing. She was when I had you to myself, I didn't want you around. She was like singing it, and I loved it. And she was just so funny. And we talked through the movie. Here's the thing about Brooke and I. We will talk through the movie. We will. But so was this girl. And I appreciate that, because I talked through the movie. And then there was this kid behind me. And this was really funny too. This was a very little kid, maybe like 6 or something. And apparently he loves Michael Jackson. And so kudos to the parents for introducing their child to some good music. Like, that's how I found out about Michael Jackson, through my parents, which I'll talk about that in a second. But he loved Michael Jackson. And when, if you haven't seen the movie, this is a spoiler, but I mean, it's a biopic, it's history, so I don't know why it would really be a spoiler, but forewarning. In the movie, Joseph Jackson, Michael Jackson's father, very bad guy, very bad guy. And the kid was like, when the dad was doing bad things, the kid was like, oh no, if I was there, I wouldn't let him hurt Michael. Like, it was so funny. It was so funny. This kid was hilarious. And then the kid proceeded to have like whooping cough, and it was like behind me. And so I think I probably have the plague now, which is unfortunate, but anything for Michael, am I right? But no, the kid was funny, and it was sweet, and he loved the songs. And when Billie Jean started playing, he was like very excited, as was I. But it's nice to see that, the legacy really does live on, and that this kid's parents were like telling him about Michael Jackson. That's probably, I would assume, how he found out about it, which is how I found out about Michael Jackson too. I've been a fan of Michael Jackson for a very long time, because when I was younger, it'd be like every day after school, basically what my sister and I would do is we would dance to Taylor Swift music videos, like every day after school. But also my dad would sit us down at the computer, at the Dell desktop, and he would introduce us to music that he thought we should be cultured. He thought we should be cultured in music. And I remember he introduced us to Britney Spears. I remember he introduced us to, who else? Literally everybody. Katy Perry. Like, just all kinds of music. And I remember him introducing us to Michael Jackson. And I specifically remember him introducing us to the song Scream with Michael and Janet. And so for years since that moment, I've had stuck in my head, you make me wanna scream. Like the whole thing, like and I always think of the music video, which is like the most expensive music video to ever be made. Stop pressuring me. Stop pressuring me. I've had that song stuck in my head for years. But I love Michael Jackson, and I have for a very long time. And when I went to go watch the movie, I took a picture and I posted on Instagram, which I usually do when I go to the theater. And someone commented, as a longtime Michael Jackson fan, something like this, as a longtime Michael Jackson fan, welcome. And I was like, I think I commented back, happy to be here or something. But a little part of me was like, I've been here. What do you think this is? I've been here. What do you mean welcome? But also from this experience, I found out there are a few Michael Jackson fan accounts that follow me, and to that I say, bravo, keep it coming. I loved it though. I do love it, and that's no hate to the person who commented that at all. In fact, I thought it was very funny, and I loved it. But I've been here. I've been here. I've been a Michael Jackson fan. What do you think this is? And in honor of that, and my sister, she asked me something that was so, like, it really got me thinking. It was a very difficult question. And in fact, I told her never ask me this question again because honestly, this question is it's just too difficult. And she was like, what's your top 3 Michael Jackson songs? And this question felt like a gun to my head. I'm gonna be honest. It really did. Because I don't know how I could narrow it down. I ended up just doing 5 songs, and I'll tell you guys something. 1, it changes on the daily, and 2, it's too hard. And so what I did here is what I did here was hard in itself. I have 10 Michael Jackson songs that are like my top favorites, and they're not in a particular order because that's just too hard. But here's the thing, making this list was difficult to do because there's just so much I love that I'm like, how do I not include it on the list, you know? But I have Blame It on the Boogie because, come on, that song is so, is so good. I like when he does like the little Blame It on the Boogie. You know, I love that part. That's my favorite part. And I play it at least once every car ride oh my God. Oh my God. Literally kill me right now because I can't speak. No point in having a podcast when I can't even talk into the microphone. Anyway, Leave Me Alone. Now, this is a song. I've been seeing this song used in a lot of videos of people being like underrated Michael Jackson songs. I love Leave Me Alone. I think I relate to it a lot, especially in recent times because I just want to be left the F alone. I do. Not by people I love, you know. There are people I love, like, always bother me for the people I love. But people I don't like, God, could you just leave me alone? Leave me alone, please, for the love of God. I'm begging you. I really am. Leave me alone. I don't want to speak to you. I don't. It's always the people that you don't like that just consistently want to be in your life. It's ironic. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like rain. Anyway, but I love Leave Me Alone. Leave me alone. I love that song. And this one's an obvious one. Dirty Diana. This is very popular on TikTok, and for good reason. And people want to play it like, oh, your favorite songs are just, you have fake music taste. It's just popular TikTok songs. Okay, we gotta get something straight right now. Things are popular for a reason. Maybe it's because it's good. Have we thought about that? Everyone's trying to be interesting. Like, my favorite song is a specific song that's only played once every year in Moscow. What, you want a trophy or something? No one cares. You're not interesting for having a specific taste that nobody knows about. I love Dirty Diana. God, it's such a good song. And, you know, and Brooke and I were actually talking about this. We need more music that really has just, like, an ensemble of instruments. Like, we really need, like, a lot more instruments used in songs. I feel like now beats are just, like, very lazy. I don't want to say lazy. Maybe that's mean. Actually, I don't care. It's my opinion. Anyway, we just need more, like, instrumental stuff. Like, and I really stand by this. We need more guitar, like electric guitar in songs. We need it. Come on. Anyway, Shabon. Anyway, this is what I haven't seen many people talking about this, but Blood on the Dance Floor. I don't play about that song. Oh God, I do not play about that song at all. Him in that little braid, red leather pants, dancing around. Yes, please. What am I talking about? God, I love that song. And I love the verses because I have no idea what he's saying. And I'm just like, I'm dancing. And who is Susie? And does it really matter? It doesn't, because I love that song. God, I love that song so much. And again, these are not in a particular order. These were just the songs I was picking as I was scrolling through my Michael Jackson playlist, which is called Boogie Boogie because the first song on it is Blame It on the Boogie. Because oh God, I love that song. Anyway, want to be starting something. This is one of my favorite songs because I feel like it explains my life, because so many people in my life are always trying to be starting something. And the part where he says they call her mouth a motor, I really related to that because a few people came to mind. Guys, I'll tell you something. I'm not going to talk about it because, I just don't talk about I don't talk about every single thing that happens to me in my life on the pod, but there are things that happen to me, and especially in recent times, that have just been like, ugh, people just grind my gears, getting on my nerves. Oh my God. Anyway, now, and I already told you guys I don't play about this song, but Billie Jean, oh my God. She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I am the one. I really like the part where he's like, I like all of it. Who am I? She told me her name was Billie Jean. She caused a scene in every head turn like I to be in the world. I love it. God, I love music. And this is also another obvious one, Chicago. Very popular on TikTok as well. At least it was, at one point it was very viral. But dude, when that song comes on, everyone better sit down because I'm performing. This is a performance that I'm putting on. I met her on the way to Chicago. I did that and I popped my back when I did that. Anyway. This one's a niche pull, because I'm actually very interesting and different and better than you. Give In to Me off the Dangerous album. Oh, that hurt. Oh, I got a little too into it. That one hurt. I'm wearing capris. Get into that. Give it to me. I like the part where he says, tell it to the preacher. I love Give In to Me. That's honestly, that is probably in the top 3. But I can't, it'll change. It'll all change next week. I'll be honest with you. But that's up there. I love that song. Slash is on that song. Doing guitars. OMG. That song is so good. If you haven't heard that one, that would be the one to look into. Well, all of it, obviously, but like that one is really good. Man in the Mirror, which I opened with this song. Now, that song was my favorite one we performed when I was in choir. That, and there was a Hamilton song I liked as well. But Man in the Mirror was my favorite because so often we had to sing songs that were like no one's ever heard of this, and it was like things I did not know. Like really old stuff, like I don't even know. I can't even tell you any of the names. But it was just stuff that I didn't like nor resonated with, but when we got to sing Michael Jackson, I knew Michael Jackson, and so I was excited about that. And I just really love that song. I don't play about that song. Man, I love that song. And I like at the end where he goes, make a change. And it like fades. I love that. And then obviously Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Which, when Jafar sang that, and we gotta talk about something else too. Jafar Jackson. All right. I don't need to get into the specifics because we know my stance. It's obvious. Love him. And he did so well that I was so excited to see it with my parents because I had obviously, like I told you guys, the moment I found out that this movie was in production, I was on it like Blue Bonnet. I wasn't messing around. And so I knew that he was going to do a good job because I had been keeping tabs. And I was like, any clip I could see of him like sounding like anything like him dancing, I had already seen it. Because I was on it. And so I was very excited to watch it with my parents because I knew when they heard his voice, they were going to like freak out. And they did because guys, dead nuts. It was uncanny. He did such an amazing job. I put this on my letterbox, but if this movie and Jafar don't get an Oscar nomination, they should win. But at the very least, they should get a nomination. If they don't, it's gonna get bad. Did you see what I did there? No, but he really did. It's like a magnificent job. Honestly, like sometimes there's just oh my God, I can't even speak. Sometimes there's just performances that you're like, wow, I'm actually lucky I got to see that because this is monumental. That was a monumental performance. He did so well. It was truly crazy. And I hope he gets his flowers for that because he deserves it. And when he was singing Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, and that was his real vocals, it was insane. He did so good. Also, by the way, Michael Jackson, 1995, MTV Music Awards. You'll thank me later. Man. Keep on with the force, don't stop till I get enough. Keep on with the force, don't stop till I get enough. Ow, I hurt my finger. Look at my mug. My mug. No, look at my mug. It's not showing. Don't clip that audio. Don't you love it? But yeah. Anyway. The movie was so good. I have seen it 3 times in theaters. And I'm going to see it a 4th time with my friend Maria because she ain't seen it yet. And we're going to go watch it this upcoming week. If we're able. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Are you kidding me? I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome. I seriously, I put it in my top 4 on Letterboxd because it was such a good movie. I'm not even playing. And there's going to be a second one. And guess what? I'll be there opening day. I'm not playing around about this. I think people think I'm joking. I'm not playing around. I'm trying to learn a moonwalk, which gets us into our next topic, my summer goals. So I have a few summer goals. 3 in particular. I'm going to get into them. So actually, for the past few summers, I have had... Man, it's so sad that people didn't know I was this much of a fan of Michael Jackson. I guess I just didn't talk about it because I always talk about Taylor Swift. But I am a really big fan of Michael Jackson, and for the past few summers, my goal has been to moonwalk, and I've never done it because I have no rhythm, and I cannot groove, or I cannot boogie, and I suck at dancing. I actually suck at most things, and that's sad, but it is the truth. I'm really not good at much, or really anything, and that's been hard to come to terms with, but I'm not. But I want to know how to moonwalk, and... I want to know how to moonwalk, and I think I almost got it down, you guys. I really do. And one day I'm going to get it, and I'm going to record it, I'm going to post it to y'all, because you need to see this. I almost have it. I really think I almost have it. But this summer, I'm going to learn to moonwalk, and I'm going to get it down. So keep an eye out. Keep your eyes peeled. Also, I want to... Wait, what was my other thingy that I had a goal for? Okay. I want to get a lot better at pool, and I want to run the table. Now, if you don't know what that means, this is what I think it means. At least this is what I mean. It's like you... Wait. Hold on. Someone commented on my video? What did they say? Live reaction. Yeah, no, they were saying something funny. Okay. Where am I? Okay. Running the table pool. Okay. Okay, I was right. So basically, you do like one visit. It's like a single turn. You nail all of the pool balls in, of yours without ever giving your opponent a chance. That's what I want to do. That's my goal for this summer, and I want to do it to my dad because, my dad's the guy I typically play pool with. We just got a pool table. It's like a 5-foot pool table, so it's like a smaller one, but it's honestly perfect size for me because I am very short, as we know. Sometimes I've heard people talk about this, like you meet people in real life, like you see them online or something, and you can't really conceptualize how tall or short they are, and then you meet them in real life, and I see people be like, I didn't know how short they were. I feel like if you guys met me, you'd be like, huh, she really is that short. I'm very short. I'm 5'2". But yeah, my pool table, it's kind of the perfect size for me, but I really want to play on a real pool table. Because my pool table's smaller, the pool balls are also smaller, so they're not regular size. And also, we have like different sticks for them because it's smaller. So they're like the cue sticks are 48 inches compared to like the other ones that are bigger than that. I don't know inches and stuff. Anyway, but I want to go to a pool hall really, really bad. The thing about it is the places, I've spoken about this before, but the places that have the pool tables are bars, and I'm not old enough to get into a bar. I will be next month. But here's the thing. I want to go. And I don't want to drink, okay? I don't want to drink. I don't drink. I just want to play pool. And can people just understand that? Like, just let me in. Just let me in. I just want to play pool. That's literally the only reason I would be here. I might get a Pepsi. Or, well, after the Michael movie, I might get a Coca-Cola. But I don't want any of that stuff. I just want to shoot pool. But all of the places with a pool table are bars, and I can't get in. And it sucks. Anyway, that's one of my goals. I want to run the table. Guys, I think I'm getting better at pool. I really do. I really do. And you know what's sad? Well, I didn't know it was sad until someone told me, ooh, that's kind of sad. Something with Michael movie? Something with Michael movie? Something with Michael movie? Michael movie. apparently this is sad. It was brought to my attention that this is not this is kind of sad, but I love to play pool, and I love, y'all. Are y'all familiar with Game Pigeon? Yes. Well, I will send pool games to my own phone number, and I just play against myself. And apparently that's like a very uncool, cringy thing. Me personally, I'm having a good time. I've won like 150 times. So, don't mess with me. Don't mess with me on Game Pigeon. Don't mess with me. If we're playing pool, because I'm gonna win. But here's the thing. Don't ever challenge me to cup pong, because I suck so bad. I will not play it with you. I won't play it with you because it's not even fun at that point. It's not even fun at that point. I lose it every time. I'm so bad at that game. It's not even comical. It's just sad. It's just sad. Now for this. So finals just happened. Oh God. Finals happened. It's all over now. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm on summer break now. I'm on summer break, and it literally I left school on Thursday. It's Sunday now. Which, by the way, I'm recording this on Sunday. The turnaround on this episode is coming out in 8 hours. The turnaround's about to be crazy. I'm gonna have to edit this the moment I get up to my room. Whatever. I didn't feel like recording last night. I'm usually not like that. I'm usually like, if I'm gonna record, I'm gonna go do it. But I just wasn't feeling good last night. I was so tired. But whatever, it doesn't even matter. Anyway, but finals week just happened. Exhausting. I really didn't have that much going on, but I think I had so much dread over this philosophy exam that I kind of waited till last minute to do it, but not quite as last minute as some people. But have y'all heard about the Canvas thing? Canvas being hacked or whatever? Dude, that's crazy. For me, obviously it was a nationwide thing, but I was in the library working on my stuff, okay? I decorated my journal that my poetry professor gave me, and then I was going to do my philosophy exam. It was Wednesday night. My philosophy exam was due Thursday at midnight, okay? We got that cleared up? Okay. So it was Wednesday night, and I'm like, okay. I really didn't want to do it because I hate philosophy, and I think this is going to be the thing that tanks my GPA. But so I was finally gonna do it. I was like, I'll do half of it and then do the other half tomorrow before I turn it in, before it's due. So I was working on it. I got about halfway through, and I was like, no, get it done now. I don't know what came over me, but I was like, just get it done now so you don't have to worry about it tomorrow. And I did. I was at the library until 1 a.m. And I remember having to walk back to my dorm, and I was literally about to crap my pants because I was so scared. It was dark out. And, I have been followed before, so, it's really crazy. And I really shouldn't be staying out that late. And I never have before. That was the only time. And I will never do it again because it was scary. But I was out really, really late. And I finished it. And I went back to my dorm. Thank God I did, because what followed was Canvas got hacked, and I wouldn't have been able to turn anything in, and it would have my professor ended up extending the due date because of that, but it would have screwed me over, because if I hadn't just grinded and done it. If I hadn't ground up, if I just didn't do it, it would have been bad. It would have been a bad dealio. But I'm still waiting on the grade on that, you guys. I'm scared. Hey, I'm scared. Raise your hand if you're really scared to see what you got on your philosophy exam. I'm so scared right now. I don't know. Here's the thing. I got an email today. What's this voice? I have like a bubble in the back of my throat. That was like a crazy voice. I don't know what that was. Anyway, I got an email today saying that my exam had been graded. However, when I went to open Canvas to see the grade, nothing was there. And I think it's because of the Canvas thing that's happening right now, which I don't fully understand what's happening. But here's the thing. I need to see that grade. I can't live with this anxiety anymore. I can't do it, and I won't. I hate this. Oh my God. It's like freaking me out. I need to know. Here's the thing. And this has been, you guys, if you've watched me for a long time, this is an ongoing issue for me, that I put way too much weight on my grades, and that I'm I take a lot of pride in the fact that I make really great grades and that I have made the president's list every semester. All of this stuff is not really important. I'm not telling you that. As a listener, please believe me when I say your grades do not define you. However, I'm going to continue to freak out about it because it's just a hump I can't get over and I'm going to lose it. If I end up with a B and my 4.0 tanks, it's going to be bad. 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 I need to make a 9 or I need to make an 89 on it. My first one I made an 87. My second one I made a 97. I do not know how I did that. And this one I need to make at least an 89 to get an A in the class, and then I will still be smooth sailing on my 4.0. But guys, I'm going to be so honest with you guys. I don't know, because this philosophy class, it really did me in. It was my last gen ed. And Lord have mercy on my soul. I don't know if I don't know if I can handle it if I get a B in the class. I'm really going to lose my mind. But we're just holding out. I think I passed my other classes. Honestly, I don't know. I had a social media class, and it was a 8-week course or something. So it ended in March. I passed that. I passed my poetry class. I have 2 other classes that none of my stuff's really being graded for. So I don't know if I passed those classes. I know I passed them, but I passed all of my classes. It's just a question of did I get an A or not. And so I'm scared. I'm very, very, very scared. I don't know. Grades were due 30 minutes ago. And oh my god, my tomato. What? Oh my god. Now I'm on the fritz. My grades, all grades were due 30 minutes ago. Why aren't mine up? Oh my god. I just need to know what I got. Okay, I can't live with this anxiety anymore. Okay, I feel like I have someone's foot on my throat. I can't breathe. Hey, okay. Editing Beth here. I think the verdict is in. I think I passed all of my classes with all A's. I say think because everything is graded now and everything says I have an A, but I'm afraid with the Canvas stuff that it's a glitch or something. I don't know. On my philosophy final, I got an 87, which, to be fair, better than I thought. I think I got all A's. Everyone applaud. Come on. What are we doing? Come on, applaud. Please, 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 please. Anyway, that's how finals have been going. Yay! Oh my god, also. So, do you remember a few months ago, honestly, I was like, guys, I have to transfer. I'm not transferring anymore. Yeah, I have to walk that one back. Which is part of being an adult. Sometimes you say things and it ends up being not something that's untrue or not happening, and you have to walk it back. And that's just a part of being an adult and being alive and being a human in the world. When I said that I was transferring, I fully believed I was. But here's the thing, and I think you can tell from watching it, I was not excited about that. I did not want to transfer. I didn't mind the school I was transferring to. Here's the thing. I felt like I didn't have any options. And so the way things were going, I felt like it was the only thing I was able to do, and so I was just doing it. However, as time progressed and life just moved on and more decisions were made at my school, or just honestly just things happening, I was able to get some stuff worked out, and I don't have to transfer anymore. I don't have to transfer anymore. I don't have to transfer anymore. The dean gave me an override for every class I wanted, so things just really were coming up roses for me that day. It really worked out. So I'm not transferring anymore. And if you watch the video back of me announcing it, you can tell I was not pleased about the whole situation, but I was really trying to be. I was really trying to turn it on, but I was not excited. I didn't want to do it. I had just made friends too, and it was like I was very unhappy with the fact that I was transferring, and I did not want to do it. And I honestly don't know what the future for my major is. If I continue going there, I'm going to graduate with a public relations degree because I paid for that, and that would just be that's what I would get. However, the class situation, I don't know, but I'm just trying to trust the process because I don't want to transfer. I'd lose my scholarships if I transfer, and honestly, take that out of it. I didn't want to transfer. I like being in college personally. It might not like me, but I like it. So I'm not transferring anymore. I was able to work it out is basically what I'm saying. So yay me. Um, and so things have just been going great. I mean, obviously, my life continues to suck in a lot of ways, but you just kind of get over that stuff. And life is just, it's just, it is what you make it. And I've been having such a great time. I love Michael Jackson, and I love that movie came out and now everyone's like having a Michael Jackson time, and it's like really fun. And like there's always a movie that comes out every summer that kind of defines the summer, and that's what this movie is for me. It's a Michael Jackson summer, and I'm so excited. My dad got a pool, so they're gonna put a pool in the backyard, and they're gonna put my pool table out there, so we're both playing pool. And I'm just really excited. This summer is gonna be awesome. I'm a summer girl. Oh my god, Bethany Haven is a summer girl. Bethany Haven is a summer babe. Wait, that's the episode. That's the episode. Beth is a summer babe. Goo goo. Goo goo. Or should I title it something Michael Jackson-esque? I don't know. I'll decide later. And you'll see from the episode name. You'll find out. But yeah, this is the end of this episode. Go listen to Michael Jackson and celebrate with me because this is fun times. And I love you guys so, so much. This has been awesome. I love getting to talk about things I love, and especially music. I love talking about music. And you guys know that if you've watched literally any episode, you would know I love music, because half of my episode is just me singing, and it's just fun. I have a lot of fun, and I love you guys so much. Oh my god, I love you guys so much. This is the Buzz with Death. I'm your host, Bethany Haven, and I love you. Meow, meow. What would Michael Jackson say? Meow, 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 meow. That's meow, but as Thriller. I love you guys. Bye.